Hey, so ugh, I feel I feel so uncomfortable right now. It's ridiculous. So I'm gonna be extra fidgety more than normal. I'm sorry. You guys ever wake up and you just feel really like extra uncomfortable in everything about yourself? Like that's just me today. I'm like feel so uncomfortable with everything, and I'm like, today's a day that I really, really hate being a human. It's gross. It's unnecessary, and it's like biggest mistake is making humans. Biggest mistake. Ugh. Anyway, seriously, seriously, that was our mess up. You guys realize that, right? The mess up, the big oops, was making humans. We need to laugh about it, but seriously, making humans was the big mistake. Should never have fucking happened. Something else. There's something else that was kind of an oops, but that's not ready to be revealed. We're not ready to reveal that yet. There's a few people that I'm close to, that I talk to on a personal level that know. Um, but even the one just found out recently. Because you can't know until you're ready. We'll just say that this is all very real because everything is a God particle. But there is something to be said about the Matrix movies for extremely, extreme basic reality understanding for dummies. Extremely basic. There's a lot more to it than that. But there's a certain part. There's one certain part in the Matrix movies that I can think of right now that is particularly that I'm referring to with this. We can address that at a later date when we're more ready to, but right now is not the time. I'm trying to think about there's a few things I want to talk about and say. I just need to be careful. And I don't want to start getting angry and start bitching. I want to teach. I need to remember I need to stay in a mode of teaching. So, this is absolutely an illusion. This is a simulation. At least it has been. Let me correct myself. It has been. This has very much been an illusion. At the same time, it is very real because everything is a God particle. So it's very real, albeit being a sim. If you want to call it a computer program, you can call it a computer program if it makes you feel better. If it feels better calling it a simulation, you can call it a simulation. The 144,000 make up a certain somethings, which we'll get into again at a later date. They are the only ones that were not trapped. However, when we would enter into this sim, we would forget that we're not trapped. We helped break everyone out of this hell matrix back in 2011. 2010, I'm not quite sure what. Something happened in 2010 because that's 0.0. 2010, 0. Then you go 2011, 1. 2012, 2, 3, 4. Go up. See what I'm saying? Something happened in 2010, not quite sure what, but that was a 0 point. 2011, everyone had a death of their consciousness. Everyone died consciously. 2012 is when, hang on, am I getting it right? Am I getting it right? 2011? No, sorry, I got that mixed up. Dang, yes, I got it mixed up. Okay, I was just double checking with Eric. He's like, yeah, you got it mixed up. Okay, 2011 was when we broke everyone out of the Matrix. And that was the very end of 2011. It was December. The end of December of 2011, we broke everyone out of the Hell Matrix. And then January 2012, which was the end of the Mayan calendar and all that stuff, there was a mass death of consciousness. And No one realized that they were broken free. So you guys have actually been in New Earth since 2011. The very end of 2011, very beginning of 2012. But no one realizes it. So part of what I am doing is breaking source code. What that means on this level now is waking everyone up into realizing that they are in New Earth now. They want for nothing, need for nothing, no more suffering. There's no need to use pain and fear as a tool anymore. Because that's what it was. Pain and fear is a tool in order to help us survive. We don't need that anymore. We want for nothing. We need for nothing. If you're struggling financially, surrender to your team and let it go because you're taken care of. We are literally being taken care of, but people don't realize they're still asleep to the fact that we're free. Everyone's so scared because they don't realize they're free. COVID, all COVID is ascension process. You look at the COVID symptoms, that's ascension symptoms. And actually any negative ascension symptoms equals resistance. It's because you're resisting the upgrades. All those shots, those vaccines, they're upgrades. They're ascension process upgrades. And everyone's so scared. You create your reality. Of course, if you think that it's going to make you sick, of course it's going to make you sick. If you believe what it's supposed to do is blast you up and forward, that's what it's going to do. There is no good or bad, right or wrong. There just is. Everything has a reason for happening. And now you're free. That being said, there is also something to be said. I made a post earlier this morning about Earth Angels. I went on a little bit of a rant because it does. I'm not perfect, and I'm working on my judgments and my emotional flares and whatnot. I'm not all the way there. And this is part of it because I get angry. I get angry and I get really frustrated and I feel disgusted when I sit here and I see all these people boasting or calling into shows or making posts bragging about being an Earth Angel and how powerful they are and they trigger people and all this stuff. And I'm stop. Trigger warning right now. So you might want to, if you don't want to hear this, maybe bump ahead a few minutes. But you want to know what it's like to be an Earth Angel? Trigger warning. Give you 5 seconds. Trigger warning. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. You want to know what it's like being an Earth Angel? You get raped throughout your whole life. You get beaten up throughout your whole life. You get made fun of throughout your whole life. Harassed, bullied, abused. Everything about you is wrong. I'm an out at a barbecue. Just get laid. I'd stop being immature. Oh, guess what, bitch? I was already raped multiple times my whole life. You become a pariah. You are a pariah. Your entire life, you're a fucking pariah. And then when it's time to emerge and you wake up to who you are, and even if it's publicly, you still are then you are still made out to be crazy. And people who supported you in the beginning turn around and call you crazy and sick and say that you're not true and call you a fraud. You literally become a pariah again and again and again and again. And then you're told, but it's because you're a leader. So you're taking the beatings for everybody else so they don't have to go through it. Jesus was the ultimate one with him going on the cross. He didn't die on the cross. He went into a Tibet, like what Tibetan monks do. He went into a deep meditative state. Then he was taken down and he went on with his life, had kids, blah, blah, blah. That is the real story right there. Dang, Jesus is sitting right here beside me and he's smiling at me. And he's saying, you got it. Jesus went through the ultimate beatings and he was crucified. So for those of us who are going through these beatings right now, he went through it so we don't have to be crucified. Yes, we're getting the beatings, but we're not going to be crucified. Being a pariah is a small dose of the crucifixion that he went through. And I know that a big reason why I'm going through what I went through and I signed up for this role is because I was in his core group when he was alive. I have memory. Shit, I don't want to start crying. I have memories coming back of being there. And my guilt is so strong that I signed up for this. This is one of the reasons why I signed up to do what I do, because my guilt is so strong. I was there and I didn't say as much as I could have. I stood by his side. I stood by him, but I didn't speak up in as many times as I could have. I know there was times I could have said something more, and he's saying, even right now, he's saying, stop, stop. And he's going, my girl. And he's reminding me again, you were a woman. You were a woman back then. You did what you could. You had to do what you needed to do to keep yourself safe and protected. He's like, let it go. It's hard, though. That's part of one of the reasons why I signed up for what I did. So outside of that, I signed up for this, all that, but outside of that, it's gross being an Earth Angel. It's a life of pain and abuse. And now where I'm at the point where I'm told I am literally a queen. I know one version of myself of, I don't want to reveal right now what queen I am, but I am a well-known queen. And then I am also galactic royalty. I am a galactic queen. Eric has told me, look out at the trees, and I can see them. The sentinels are there watching you. They've been there since birth protecting me, and I can see them. They tease me because they know it makes me uncomfortable. They take their hats off and bow at me. And I'm supposed to embrace this. My friends were telling me, this is supposed to feel good. Does this not feel good? Being told you're a queen and you're to embrace being queen? I said, no, it doesn't. It feels narcissistic and gross. I don't like it. Especially when I say it out loud in front of other people. I can only imagine what they're thinking when they hear that shit. I never liked being a leader. I never felt like I was good at it. I like staying in the background. I like staying in the shadows. I don't like being seen. I was valedictorian for my community service worker program. And, I ended up being okay giving that speech in front of all those people. But throughout the year to get to that point, I would shake just having to give a presentation in front of my class of like 9 people. It's not fun being an Earth Angel. Because then when you get to a point where I'm supposed to start getting rewarded now, and I'm resisting it. Because I'm like, I'm not worthy. I'm this little piece of shit, nothing from nowhere. Literally. People my entire life have told me I am less than nothing, basically. Everyone. So many people in my life have told me things I need to change about myself. I've been judged constantly over my mental health and my weight. An old friend, even, I told her my uterus is like a bicornual uterus. It's like slightly heart-shaped because I was supposed to be a twin. But I stopped developing as a twin. So my uterus is a little differently shaped. There's a few other things about me that's a little off because I was supposed to be a twin, but I stopped developing as a twin. And an old friend of mine, I told her that. And then several months later, she started going on about my weight, saying how my uterus is misshaped because of my weight. I'm like, are you kidding me? I literally told you, my doctor said it's because I'm supposed to be a twin. But that's all you see is my fucking weight. Guess what? Earth Angels are overweight a lot of the times because it's to protect ourselves. Because we get attacked over and over and over again. And apparently I've been told that if I actually looked like what my soul looks like, my spirit looks like, I would be attacked almost every day because people go nuts for me. This is what I've been told, but I fucking hate it because I'm like, it feels so fucking narcissistic. And on top of it, it's fucking gross. I've been beaten in many ways my entire life. And then I sit here and I go online and I see people just boasting about being Earth Angels and being special. Stop. Just stop. I mean, yes, we are to embrace being special and being in love with ourselves, absolutely. But to sit there and publicly boast and be so happy and excited and powerful that you're an earth angel, especially then when you see that people boast about triggering other people. And God, you can just feel how powerful they feel. And it's not that you can feel that it's not this positive thing. Positive, we're going to go in the whole judgment, right or wrong, positive, negative. You can feel it's not this positive thing. It's this whole, I'm special and I'm above the rest of you. I'm a fucking earth angel. Really? No. It does not mean you're above anyone else. It means you get beaten. And then you're supposed to lead whether you like it or not. Welcome to being an earth angel, people. You don't like it. Future New Earth, absolutely. That's a place where we're going to be celebrating it. But in the here and now, it's hard. It sucks. And just another FYI, it's just human labels. Earth angels, archangels, all that stuff. Those are human labels. There aren't anything like Eric is Archangel Uriel. Yes. Robin Williams is Archangel Raphael. Yes. But those are just human labels still. Archangel, it's a human label. There are no archangels. It's skill sets. It's skill sets and missions. No one is better than the other. It's not a hierarchy thing. Even with me being a queen, it's not that I am higher than you or better than you. It's a role. It's a skill set. What is happening with New Earth is very real. Gaia and home are merging together. There is going to be no more Big Bang. In fact, there is no more Big Bang. Am I right? Dang, yes. There's no more Big Bang. Because the Big Bangs were there because we were practicing creating all these different realities. Which is why do you think I keep saying it clicked in the other day. I keep talking about how movies, books, TV shows, songs, they all get their stories based off reality. And that's because we created those realities before we started tackling New Earth and turning it into New Earth, because this was such a big job, because it was such a huge mess. And on top of it, because of the stuff that you don't know that I'm not able to tell you yet, we had to practice. We had to have a lot of practice. So all of your favorite books and movies and stories, those are worlds and realities and dimensions that the ultimate, I don't know how to say it. We created these realities before we started tackling Earth and turning it into New Earth. We had to practice. We had to practice because there was a lot to fix, and there was a lot more to it than what you guys realize about what needed to be done. And we needed to practice before we could do it. But that's why no more Big Bang in and outs. We are bringing all of it together into one. The best of all of it is coming into one. You're going to be able to enjoy food if you want, but then you're also, if you don't want to have to piss and shit and puke, you can live off of the sun and the air. We're going to be able to, like, have walking around. I'm already walking. I'm freaking hovering, man. There's like, it's so easy to walk. It's insane. I mean, there's moments where I do definitely feel a little tired and stuff, but the walking now, oh my, it's like I'm hovering as I'm walking. I'm hovering. I'm hovering when I walk now. And then on top of it, when we get our Merkabahs, we're going to be able to fly. And then we can shapeshift, and we can take our energy out of one avatar and put it into another, and we're not going to have to die in order to do it. No more void to have to go through spiritual car wash. No more of it. All gone, going away. This is what is happening now. And that's another thing that I'm having a really hard time, that I'm struggling with, is all this information that I'm getting and that I know and that I'm spreading is true. It's true. This is like pieces of ultimate truth that I am being given and that I'm sharing. And I get confirmation outside of my own head from valid resources. But then when I go to share it with others online, I get laughed at and told I'm wrong and that it's not true and that they know what they're talking about. And it's like, sure, some people get these amazing downloads, but then in between, And I'm beyond frustrated. 'Cause I'm like, why is it that these people who don't know what they're talking about in between have so many people following them and fawning at their feet? And then there's me. I don't want people fawning at my feet. I do not want that. I'm like, fucking don't. But what I do want is for people to finally start realizing that I'm real, and to start seeing what my mission is and who and what I actually am, and to start listening to me and going, oh shit, this girl is like true and legit and we need to listen to her. Especially because the mistruths that are being spread, that needs to stop, because it's on a judgment level where there's right and wrong. It's hurting the collective. There's fear programming still being pushed onto people, and it needs to stop. I am here to wake you up into realizing you are in New Earth right now. You were trapped before for a very long time, but you're not anymore, and you haven't been for years. And I'm really tired of people looking at me like I'm sick and I'm crazy. And I'm really tired of being a pariah, because I've been one my entire life. Remember, there's a reason why I found out who and what I am and who Eric and I are to each other on a public basis, on a public platform. There's a reason why I came into things like a wrecking ball. There was a reason why I was allowed to channel the way I did for at least a month on the one thing that I did. There's a reason why I'm still doing what I'm doing, and there's a reason why I refuse to not use Eric's name. There's a reason why there's karma coming around to people who've already started to burn me. I am karma free. I have a massive mission. I know what I'm talking about. I am very good at what I do. And if you burn me, good luck. That's not a threat, it's not punishment, but it's lessons. You cannot burn and call a source player, a main source player, particularly me, crazy, psychotic, wrong. You don't have to believe me. But to burn me, especially when you know the truth, you've got a lot of karma that you're going to have to deal with, because it's lessons. And it can be beautiful. Karma can be beautiful, even within those lessons. Pain and pleasure are one and the same. And again, I freaking hate saying what I just said about you burn me and you got karma to deal with. I know how that sounds. It feels gross saying that. Ding, but it's the truth, babe. I know. Do you realize that, though? I am here to help and to fix. New Earth is very real. I am very real. This illusion is also very real in the sense that everything is a God particle. You are in New Earth now. I have a very, very, very big story to tell. And there's a lot to reality that you guys have no idea about yet. And there's very few humans that do. Very few. Very few. Dang, yes, say it. I am an advanced being, and I am one of the only ones that knows what I know. There's what, maybe... How many are you saying? 5? Maybe 5? others besides me. Ding. There's maybe 5 others besides me, which makes sense because then they equal 6, which is a 3, which is a trifecta, a part of trifecta. There's maybe about 6 of us that know. Throughout the whole world, 7 billion people, there's maybe 6 of us. Hang on, I want to show you something. There's a reason why I have this book and I have things drawn out the way they do that came from inside myself. The word jelly, a certain somebody says that in a certain video, and that's a very, very big keyword. I was shown the eye with one of my closest sisters. That was a very, very, very significant moment, and a very, 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 very special being brought the eye in for us to be able to see. This is a very simple drawing of what I saw, but that's the eye, the ring, the one. The one. I can't show you everything, but I can show you some stuff. I will not explain a whole lot, but let's just say this shows and explains the 4th dimension. Pi is extremely significant to that, and there's a reason why. The last number of pi is actually 8, because when you turn 8 on its side, it's the infinity symbol. And you get 3, 4, 5 within pi. I know you're like, huh, what do you mean you get 3, 4, 5 within pi? If you know, you know. Pi is very significant to the 4th dimension. This is also very significant. Ding. A very basic visual to reality. Ding. I'm debating on if I should show this. Ding, yes, show it. Okay. There's a reason why Eric's middle name and his dad's name is Rune. That's a special word. Ding. And then the initials, ER. Eric, Robin. ER, Emergency Rescue. And then mine and Eric's initials together. Chantel Elaine McKay, Chantel Eric McKay, Chantel Eric Medhus, Chantel Elaine Medhus. Bring it together, CEMEC. See me, see me, see me, see me, see me, see me. That's me and Eric. And Robin. We added the Robin in there. CER. Emergency Rescue. Come see Emergency Rescue. Just seeing. Oh. Just a really quick flash. There we go. That's all I'm going to show you. I know there's a pause button, so if you decide, just take a look and see. Let's just say 3031 and 3301. That's all I'm going to say. And then this here, there's more to it than that, and I'm not going to explain. I'm not going to put I'm not giving an explanation on this because now is not the time, because there's a lot more to it than this, but I will show you. This is what pure source looks like. Source male, source female, divine masculine, divine feminine. You bring it together into a tetrahedron. There you go. That's all I'm going to say for that. That shit all came from inside myself. And then I get it confirmed outside myself. No one is talking about this stuff for the most part. People are, but not to the extent that I have been and I've been thinking about and researching. Because what I just showed you is very basic as to what I'm learning and clicking into and researching. That's basic. That's very basic. There's a lot more to it than what you guys don't realize. And there's a lot more to it than what I don't even realize. This is all very real. I know what I'm talking about. I do make mistakes and I don't have everything. And I absolutely am in a state where I feel like it's funny because after showing you that, I'm just like, I know nothing. I actually feel, I legitimately feel like I know nothing. Even after that, yeah, I got all this inside myself and I know I'm right and this is true. At the same time, I know absolutely nothing. I hope that anyone watching this walks away feeling a bit more enlightened. I don't want anyone walking away feeling low vibrational or negative. That's not the point. Like I said, I'm trying to teach. I know I sounded probably a little emotional at certain points, but I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling still. I know I'm in a place where I don't need to struggle and I don't need to suffer and all that, but like I said, the 144,000, when we insert ourselves into this, we forget that we're not trapped too. And again, when you have a lifetime of being beaten up and abused in all ways, it's really hard to break out of that. My nerves are very shot and I'm very traumatized, not from just this life, but from almost all my other lives. You guys don't know. I am also a very rare exception for what I've gone through with all my other lives. It's been bad. And there's a lot to that too that you guys don't realize that I'm not able to talk about right now. So I'm just trying to teach, spread truth, have a little bit of a rant, I guess. There was a bit of a rant in there. But again, it was mostly to teach, try and teach. I know that there's an element of judging there, absolutely. And I'm asking my team to help me with that. And I'm asking for a perception change because I know I'm judging a bit. But that's because I'm in pain. I'm in so much pain, but I'm working on it. So, yeah, I just thank you guys for listening. I love you all. And, yeah, this is not meant to be, an attack or anything negative. It's just meant to be spreading truth and explaining things. So yeah, I feel like I should do another channeling video. I know I should. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do, who I want to do it with. I know who I want to do it with. I'm just still scared too. Still scared, but every time I've uploaded one lately, you guys have been amazing with the support. So yeah, we'll see. I'll try to get another channel video coming up. I definitely want to do a Maitland joke of the week on Wednesday. Now that I know that we're good, because I did. Jamie's assistant got back to me and said, absolutely, Maitland is free to work with whoever she wants. So now that I know that, I definitely want to start doing joke of the week with Maitland, at least like on Wednesdays. And who knows, she might start coming in more too, because I know she really wants to do some work with me, more work with me. So I will be doing joke of the week with Maitland on Wednesday. I'm going to try and get it uploaded earlier in the day rather than by the end of the day, so that you guys have something to look forward to when you're done work or whatever. Because I know, I feel like, people want it done Wednesdays because it's kind of like hump day in middle of the week, just something to look forward to. So I really am going to try and get it posted first thing in the morning on Wednesdays. I should start a schedule. I should create a schedule on what I want to do on a daily basis when it comes to channeling and readings and whatnot. I really should. So then I'm doing something at least once a day. And then I can pick 1 or 2 days for break days where it's like I just rest and focus on me and I don't do anything else. Like I don't do any channeling on a public basis anyway. Personally, like obviously I'm always channeling. I'm always. That's just, I can't help it. That's just who I am. But taking breaks for doing public channeling. Yeah. Okay. Ow. That hurt. I just got a freaking pain at my side. All right. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. And I hope that you guys have come away with something positive from this, because that's what my intention is. It's to be positive. Okay. And as always, have a wonderful now.